Hello, my name is Alma Shiva Gracianti, and now I will review a movie called Little Woman, which released on 2019 to finish my final assignment on literature and film studies. Little Women is a novel written by Louisa May Alcott that was published in two parts in 1868 and 1869. Little Women tells the story of the March sisters, Meg, Jo, Pat, and Amy March, who live with their mother Marmee in the city of Massachusetts while their father fought on the battlefield as an army chaplain. The novel Little Women has been adapted into various series and movies, including a movie in 1994, a miniseries in 2017, and a movie in 2019. The latest version of the Little Woman movie was directed by Greta Gerwig and played by Saoirse Ronan, Florence Pugh, Emma Watson, and Eliza Scarlett. Unlike the novel, which is told chronologically, this movie is told back and forth, and that's make the story more interesting. And this alternating plot doesn't confuse me at all because there is a significant change in color tone, so I can distinguish which events occurred in the past and which events are currently occurring. And in this movie, Gerwig not only focuses on Jo March's character, but she also tells the story about Meg, Amy, and even Beth, so I can get to know the character more deeply. And apart from that, I think the selection of customs in this movie is quite good because they are able to highlight each character, like Meg, who always wears green, Joe, who often wears black or dark purple, Beth in blue, and the youngest Amy in pink. Now I will show you some of different parts of the new novel and the movies of Little Women. The first scene I'm going to cover is the one where Amy falls into the lake while skating with Joe and Laurie. In the novel, it is written like this. Laurie had vanished round the bend, Joe was just at the turn, and Amy far behind striking out toward the smoother ice in the middle of the river. For a minute, Jo stood still with a strange feeling at her heart. Then she resolved to go on, but something held and turned her around just in time to see Amy throw up her hands and go down, with the sudden crash of rotten ice, the splash of water, and a cry that made Jo's heart stand still with fear. She tried to call Laurie, but her voice was gone. She tried to rush forward, but her feet seemed to have no strength in them and for a second she could only stand motionless, staring with a terror-stricken face at the little blue hood above the black water. Something rushed swiftly by her, and Laurie's voice cried out. This scene is different from the movie where Joe and Laurie skate in the same place and immediately help Amy. But in the novel, Jo is told to be in a place far from Laurie, so she has to call him, but her voice doesn't come out. In fact, she froze in place and only moved when she heard Laurie scream. And I think in this scene, Jo's fear is not depicted as clearly as her fear in the novel, and it makes me sympathize more with Jo in the novel. Another difference I found was when Meg went to Vanity Fair. Here I attach an excerpt from the novel on this slide, and from this conversation, we can see how the other girls look surprised when Meg says she only has one dress. Although Belle eventually lends Meg her dress, there is a sense that Belle looks down on Meg, and Meg was forced to agree to Belle's offer because she didn't want to look bad at the party. This is different from the movie where Meg happily accepts Belle's offer and she even tells Laurie that she will have fun all the night. In addition, in the novel, it is told that Meg will wear the white dress she worn before, and Belle lends her a blue dress. But in the movie, Meg wears a purple dress from the start and changes to a pink one. The next scene, which I think is quite a contrast, is when Marmee receives a telegram about her husband on the battlefield. In the novel, it is written that it was Hannah who received the telegram while at home and gave it directly to Marmee. Then Joe told the telegram message to everyone at home, including Laurie. Meanwhile, in the movie, Marmee is at the relief post and receives a telegram from someone who was there. Only then was it shown when the scene was when she was already at home and seen busy preparing various things for her departure. Quoting from Chapman in his book entitled What Novels Can Do That Films Can and Vice Versa, film does not describe at all but only presents, or better, it depicts in the original etymological sense of the word renders in pictorial form. From this quote, I can conclude that there are several things that are described in detail in the novel but cannot be described as clearly in the film. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention, and I apologize if there are many mistakes.